Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's Friday night, 9:30. Here with the Unfiltered Podcast. I'm joined with Ryan and Oscar the Grouse. My name is Kuja. Welcome back. Hopefully we'll have a couple of special guests join us.
All right.
And how are you guys doing?
I'm alive.
Doing pretty good, man. It's been a nice week. I've been on leave all week, just dicking around, so it's nice.
Awesome. It's always good to be on vacation. I like
Wasn't even-
vacation.
It was more of a staycation, really.
I like staycations.
Although I did go to the home of Jurassic
For you,
Park.
it's amazing. I mean, you live in Hawaii, so it's amazing to
Yeah.
you.
Exactly. I went to the land of Jurassic Park. I hiked to a couple waterfalls, went snorkeling. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Well, your day was way more fun than mine.
that's all last week. That's all last week.
I like staycation. Yeah,
It gets old, man. Believe it or not, I know it's like sacrilegious to say that, but it does get old. You do begin to yearn for the bigger America.
Freedom?
Yeah. America.
America.
What about you? I already know what you're gonna say. You're gonna do what I've been saying. Yes, Fortnite's. It's been going on for you, has it not?
Oh, a little bit. Just, and just whatever I could knock out in between school and running around.
It's a great game. I'm
I'm going to be really depressed when they take it away from us. I'm really going to be like, because it's the only thing I'm actually getting any joy out of right now, so when that goes, no matter what I switch to, it's just not going to be the same.
Speaking of early release games, I did get a chance while I was on leave to play quite a bit of Titanfall 2.
Yes, we're gonna get into that, but we're not gonna get into that just yet. Let's start the show, shall we? Let's do it.
Why not?
Okay, so we're gonna start off the show with this here. And the reason why I want to start the show with this is because I have a lot of nostalgia going on just thinking about this game, and I want to talk about Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl are coming back.
It's about
It's gonna
damn
be
time.
back into the groove, and Toe Jam and Earl are back. I mean, did you guys play Toe Jam and Earl as a kid?
Oh,
I still have
Yeah.
it right now, and I will be completely honest and tell you, I got to level 24 once. And you know what? I think at that point, somebody came in the room and was violent about turning the lights off. So I was just on it for a little too long at the time.
Oh man, I loved it. And what I really loved about it was that it had that top-down overview, and it was just out of this world. And nothing like that had been done before at the time, as far as art style and the gameplay.
The Boogeyman was the best.
yeah, definitely. What did you guys think about the sequel to it, the Planet and Funkatron?
I couldn't feel it. Back in the day, it felt so inferior to me. I was just all like, man, I couldn't get over how they changed it completely. Everything was different. The only thing that was the same was the art style. That's it. I hate to say that, but
I thought it was a fun platformer. I enjoyed it a lot.
yeah, but first of all, was there a level 0 in that or not? In the second one, not the first one. In the second, was there a 0? Like you could go down to 0? You know what I'm talking about. Don't play games. Everybody got in the hot tub. Back in the day, everybody got back in that hot tub.
Well, there was also another hot tub in level 6 or something, wasn't there?
Nobody cares about that one. We're talking about the hot tub with it had 2 hula girls in it and a lemonade stand next to it, and that dude who made you say hallelujah constantly.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Yeah. Don't act like I don't know.
Oh man, make sure you guys share the link, like, share, subscribe, share the link, the show. So, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and the way that it's like a little bit cell shady and how it is, and they look like almost like paper cutouts. The
Yeah.
game does. So I'm very interested to see like how if it's going to be like the original, because they said it was going to be a true sequel. So and the way that it looks, it does appear like it's going to be that direction. But do you think that they're going to stick to their roots, or that they're going to try something definitely outside of the box that's going to hurt it?
I would ask the military man's opinion.
You're going to need to go back to that. I was trying to share the link, so I was only paying half attention.
Good job. Way to ruin it. See, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Set you up for failure.
Called multitasking.
And this guy's
Like,
on the phone.
And I'm talking. It's not that hard. So the question is, do you think that the new Toe Jam and Earl is going to stay true to the original? Because they're saying that this is going to be a true original, and I quote, or they're going to try to do something outside of the box that it helps, that it doesn't help it, that it hurts it, and shies people away.
I mean, so I guess the first question is it going to be like a full release game, you know what I mean? Or is it going to be like
absolutely.
an indie title?
All platforms
Or
can be platform.
yeah, so I don't really know how you would bring that game to modern gaming without changing it. I don't know.
I have a solution to this problem. It has to be exactly like it was back in the day, just so you can piss a few people off. So it only can be local co-op. No friends. You got to go to his house and play that
No
thing.
way. If
That's
it's
the
like
only
that, I'm
way.
going to be so pissed because there were so many great games like Jank that didn't let you do that. Like they let you do it in the second one, but they didn't let you get like a true like story beat 'em up. And that's
You
what
can't
hurts
have
it,
your
in
cake
my
and
opinion.
eat it too.
That's
Just
a loss.
get over it.
That's a loss.
Hey man, you got to fail somewhere.
I don't know, Ted.
I'm just
I don't know, Ted.
disappointing him right now. He just looks down. He looks like he's been demoralized.
Ah, man, it's horrible. I can't believe you guys.
No, I mean, it should be as good as the originals. I mean, it can't
I
be
really hope that it is, because if not, it's going to be a damn shame. Because it will, the way that the gaming community is right now is like so fragile. Like it's people want a game so desperately that they slam other games are good.
I just feel like games
they're-
like that, if you want to stay true to their original nature, are better as indie style games. Like not full games, but you know, the games you can buy for $15, $20 on Xbox when they release.
I don't know about. I mean, it could go both ways. It depends on how much effort they're putting in on it more than anything. How much are they supposedly charging for this? Have they released that?
No, there is no knowledge right now on the price. It's just out there right now.
Well, it better not be more than $20. Unless you're
I
gonna
would
get
give
like.
it $30. I would give it $30. I don't think that the title is strong enough, especially being gone so long, that it could stand up to being a $60 price tag. In my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they could charge that much for it either. I just don't see how they
Yeah.
could sell it.
People are talking about not charging a lot. We're talking about not charging a lot. I think somebody's off of their rocker and somebody got paid off on this. And recently, actually, a couple days ago, VentureBeat says that Call of Duty beats out Battlefield 1 as the most anticipated new release, according to a survey that they did. Now, here are the games that are...
At Activision?
This is it. Well, I don't know exactly. It doesn't really say. It says, here's the list of the most anticipated games according to Piper Jaffrey's panel. Okay? It was Battlefield 1, Tom Clancy, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Gears of War 4 and The Last Guardian, and Call of Duty Warfare. or Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty Space, Halo, is what it was. That came in at 33%, Battlefield at 26%, Wildlands 15%, Gears of War and Last Guardian tied at 10%. Do you think that this is accurate, or somebody got paid for this?
Most of that sounds correct besides the number one, of course. That should be switched. You know I'm right about that.
I think you're absolutely right. And what about you, Oscar?
I'm sorry, man. I just muted myself because my kids just got home from school.
What do you feel about the fact that VentureBeat came out with a survey and they said that Battlefield 1?
I did catch that part. I think it's garbage. I think Call of Duty is on its way out, and to say that it's more anticipated than a Battlefield game is just idiocy.
Yeah, I think somebody got paid to do this, or the people that took the survey got some kind of compensation.
Yeah, I mean, they probably only polled 12-year-olds.
Get off your phone.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's who they're catering to now.
Who are you texting?
I'm not texting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am sharing.
He's playing a game right now on his phone
Sharing
while he's talking to us. He's multitasking.
I'm sharing and I am talking. I can do both at the same time. You guys act like you ain't got nothing to talk about. So you're telling me that this survey is weak as fuck. It's retarded.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that I haven't seen this survey, and I don't know what source the survey came from or any of that shit. But I'm just assuming that they pulled the results from a place that would support the argument they were trying to make in the first place, like everyone else does today. So, you know.
Oh, man.
Sounds about right.
Speaking of things that are failing and tanking real hard besides Call of Duty, this No Man's Sky is, I think it's getting a pretty hard hit. There was a recent data showing that No Man's Sky activity dropped by 90% less than 2 weeks after its release. So is this because of something being overhyped and overpromised?
So I think the problem with that, and I was kind of curious about No Man's Sky, because I played, man, I blank on the name of this game all the time. I told you guys about it before.
Yeah, you were talking about
Elite Dangerous. Yeah, so I play Elite Dangerous off and on, and the thing about Elite Dangerous is that it covers everything that No Man's Sky does, more or less, minus the like tagging of life on the planets or whatever, right? But traveling through the universe, different planets, all that stuff. But there's more stuff than just that you can do. You can actually have space battles. You can actually travel around with your friends. You can actually go to spaceports and do all these different things that you can't do in Elite Dangerous. And I think people were expecting to be able to do stuff like that. And now that they've ran the course of everything that Elite Dangerous does offer, they realize that if they continue to play, they're just going to continue to go to different planets and do the same shit over and over and over again.
And that's why I might pay $15 for it.
Yeah, when it gets cheaper, I'll definitely take a look, because I do like those kind of games, but I'm pretty sure I've already played it.
Oh, you definitely have. They just want you to do it again, and then again.
Yeah, you know.
And then, what is it like? They just want you to do it like 14 quadrillion times, I think? Is that it?
But, dude, you could be the first guy to the planet. It could be named after you.
They wouldn't want me to have that kind of ability.
Yeah.
I would probably be the first guy that would get banned.
I think that this game is the next Fable 3. It's like this guy is now the dude from Lionhead making all of these promises of stuff that's going to happen in your game, and it doesn't even happen. Like, we were supposed to get dogfights. We were supposed to get random encounters with people. It's like people are, like, literally, like, living Star Trek, but they're the only people in the universe.
Yeah.
And all of these aliens.
Yeah, and I feel like it really is a huge oversight on the behalf of the makers, because how can you create a game like that. It would be perfect with multiplayer and dogfights. And I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is I have a lot more faith in the remake of Toe Jam and Earl than I do in that No Man's Sky game, because it just fell off, and all the bad bugs and stuff they're dealing with after it. And I had issues with when I found out there was only 15 people working on it. You know.
But 15 people can make a really good game.
Yeah, if it's an indie, no problem. Rock it.
Yeah, it is an indie, and I
Not
think
really.
this game got hurt.
I mean, this thing
How
got
big
pushed. That thing got pushed a lot higher up the ladder.
Sony
It
put
did.
it in this other echelon, like they hyped it.
That's what happened.
Title, and it wasn't that. This was supposed to be the greatest game of all time, and it's not that. It's not.
They actually advertise this as the greatest game of all time.
I hope not.
No, but that's the way that they were hyping it. It was supposed to be the hype train.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't really follow it a lot before its release. I heard about it, but again, I figured I was playing that game already, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, talking about playing games, playing all kinds of games. Halo 5 is coming to PC. Forge. Halo 5 Forge is coming to PC. Now you can make maps for the Halo 5 franchise, have frantic encounters, 8-on-8 scrambles on PC.
That sounds great, actually. It's about 5 years too late. But, I mean, it's great they're doing it, but once again, all the things you can build in that game, I can build right now. I can build right now in an alpha. So, I'm just not going to put the time in. I'm just not.
You know what he's talking about, people. He's talking about
I need to get a screenshot of just the skill tree so I can break it down to somebody who's never seen it before.
You should just make that your picture so that it pops up every time you talk.
It's so crazy, you have no idea.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a screenshot of it, and the next time we do this, it'll pop up in my picture so you can see the ridiculous tree structure of it. Because the minute you feel accomplished, it does a really good job of letting you know that you haven't accomplished shit.
It really does. Speaking of not accomplishing anything, people are angry. People are mad. They're saying that Titanfall is not what it used to be. So, since you've played the Titanfall alpha, beta, whatever it is that they want to call it, I've called it. Let's talk about the Titanfall 2 beta. What are
So wait, can we, before we get into the actual beta, how is it not the way it used to be?
Okay.
It seemed like, I mean, I picked up the sticks, right, and I haven't played Titanfall since just short after release, right, when we were playing together. Who's got the crazy sound in the background?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry. I
Is
just
he, watching the nature? Are you watching Are you watching fucking National Geographic?
No, she's watching Derek right now.
What the
You know
hell
what
is
Derek is? Oh, watch Netflix, and you gotta watch Derek. It's Ricky Gervais as this dude that he's got what does he have? What's it? He has autism, a dash of autism, and he works. Well, I don't know if he works. He's a volunteer at an old folks home in England. And it's the funniest thing to watch, and it has the lewdest white dude in it, white trash dude you'll ever see in it. He's always talking about, take what you can get, brother. Take what you can get.
I like it. It sounds great already. I'm gonna have to check that out.
They're short episodes, but man, if you watch 2 or 3 of them, you're just gonna laugh your ass off after a little while.
All right, we're getting off.
Yeah, all right. So to go back, sorry, to go back.
My bad, Derek interrupted.
We don't give a damn about Derek right now. We don't care. I want to talk about Titanfall.
So what are they saying?
What do you think about Titanfall? Is it great? Did it make you want to go down in a van by the river? What was it with you with Titanfall 2?
I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I like what I was gonna say was that I picked up the joystick, right, and immediately just jumped right back in. Like I felt like it was.
You think if the game felt slow? People are complaining that the game felt slower.
No. I mean, I really enjoyed every minute that I played. And I don't remember what the game type was called, but wherever you have the two teams and then you have the bots in the middle.
Oh, the bounty? Yeah, the bounty. Yeah. A lot of people weren't really feeling that game.
I thought it was great, man, because you have these bots and you can run around and you can shoot the bots if you want to, but the real fun comes when the teams start to get near each other and fighting the bots or whatever, and then assassinating the other team as they're trying to deposit their bounty money. I mean, that I took great pleasure in driving people nuts by camping on their little bounty stash.
Such a camper.
I wasn't really camping as much as I just waited for them to show up.
Just about to be done with it. They're not looking around. They got that big smile on their face because they're just at the bank ready to cash the check, and then he.
No, okay. So you want to hear
goes over.
No, the real villainy, right? So they have that the harpoon or whatever the fuck it is now.
Yeah.
So what I would do is wait for them to get right in front of their bounty, and they stand there and they start depositing it, and I'd fucking harpoon them. It's just pulling away from it.
Oh man, that's great.
Wait! What's happening? That. Why am I? What?
This is what I liked and didn't like about Titanfall 2. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. On my impressions. A. To me, the game did seem slow and like its normal Titanfall speed at the same time. I'll tell you why. The maps that we played are Last Titan Standing maps. They're so wide open. There's nothing close by where, like, in Titanfall 1, where you had all of the maps that you played, there were light, little tight corridors, vertical corridors. There was a lot of places to go, a lot of crawl spaces. There was everything. There were like little mini mazes. And these maps just seemed wide open, and then you had your little tiny section where you can get momentum off of the wall. Because Titanfall is not a boots-on-the-ground game. Titanfall is a boots-on-the-walls game. That's what Titanfall is.
So and if you're talking specifically about, like, you're saying that they're Last Titan Standing maps, right? But one thing I thought was better in this was, so like you said, there's the clusters of buildings, right? And then that big grassy level, I don't remember what it was called, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it has the tower in the center.
Yeah, with the tower, right? So there's the two sets of buildings on either side of that tower, and then the big grassy areas that surround it pretty much. And one thing I noticed is that the charge cannon, or whatever the hell that thing is, that you can use as a pilot against the Titan who's not in a Titan, right?
Yeah.
So it worked really, really well. It seemed like it charged faster. It seemed like it did a little bit more damage than it used to.
Yeah, the charge rifle did. I mean, the weapons felt good. It's good that there's now variety in there, and there's going to hopefully be even more variety when the game comes out, because that was one of the things that hurt Titanfall 1, was that there wasn't that variety in weapons. You just had the basics. Yeah. There just wasn't that much.
The reason I don't feel like it was a Last Titan Standing map is because I was able to very effectively use that rifle, just me, and take down Titans that were standing out in that field. And if they came near me, all I had to do was hide in a building. But I mean, I don't know. That's just my perspective.
Rocking the cheese.
Yeah, but if you're not camping, getting Titans, when you're running out there, you're pretty much a sitting duck if you're a guy. I mean, the grappling hook is a great thing. I think it's great. My only problem with the grappling hook is that when you grapple, there should be two motions. There should be one, say, like if you hold down the button and that's your swinging motion, you're not like recoiling, or if you double tap where it actually comes and sucks you in. Because
I was really pissed off that it didn't reel you in. Yeah.
There's a lot of times where I just wanted to be like Bionic Commando, come up, grab it, and then I feel myself going towards it, but it's not like I'm like, whoa, it's not like grabbing me. It's like I'm slowly, because my momentum is going with me, I'm like slowly reeling it in.
Eventually I turned it off. I think the other option was to have a silhouette.
Yeah, to have the hollow warrior.
Yeah, and eventually I opted for the silhouette because I liked being able to distract an enemy and make them think I'm running one way and do whatever.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I thought the weapons were great. I thought the little shurikens that create the little vortex hurricane were cool.
Mhm.
Your nades are back. I'm kind of sad that the satchel charges weren't in there. I was hoping to see that because I really like the satchel charges.
Well, I mean, I think we saw a very limited portion because one of the things that they're advertising is that there's going to be a much wider variety of mechs. And I feel like if there's a much wider variety of mechs, that means a wider variety of weapons and outfits. But I think we just saw a taste.
Okay.
And
I hate to bust into this conversation with something like completely off topic, but this has to be shown. So
Is Derek looking at you?
no, it's not Derek. When I said there was a lewd character, there's just a little skit I want you to see. So let me just move this laptop here for a second, right in front of the old TV. Okay, you see the guy?
No.
no, the color is way too white. It's
Yeah,
too light.
too white.
Oh, it's too bright.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on. Better?
It looks like an alien.
Sorta.
Can't
Kind
do
of
much
looks
else.
like the fat version of Uncle
Turn
Rico.
it up so they can hear it. And then go ahead and hit play.
Now?
Yep.
What the fuck are we doing?
I'm walking down the street with a bag of dildos
Okay, I'll stop.
Bag of dildos. All day long.
He's a drunk guy at an old folks home that hangs out there because that's where all his friends are.
So you're telling me you're watching a geriatric Cheers? Everybody.
It's a geriatric Cheers. Yes, it is. It's a geriatric Cheers.
Oh shit. Oh god. Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 was great. I liked it. The Titans felt so nerfed. It was stupid. They need to beef those guys up a little bit. And that was my 2 cents.
So one more thing on the Titans. So they did feel a little nerfed. You know, they were really easy to take down. It seemed like they came in faster, which they said there was a patch that they actually announced. We fixed this to make the Titans respawn faster or whatever. And then also, I really liked, I don't remember being able to do it in the other game, but the ability to pull the power cores out of enemy Titans and put them into your Titans to recharge them.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a neat feature. And then, so another thing we have to take into account is that this one's going to have a campaign, right? I really liked the first game, but there was no campaign, and it drove me insane.
Can you build a fort in it?
I really hope that the campaign is like, it's campaign multiplayer, like Gears. You're gonna go with 4 friends and do that. I really hope that they do that. Fingers crossed on that one. Moving on. That's Titanfall. Be sure to check out my impressions at realgamemedia.com. Also brought to you by realgamemedia.com this week. My buddy Josh Hobbs wrote an article about Duke Nukem possibly coming back out of nowhere earlier today. There was a counter on the Duke Nukem website, dukenukem.com, counting down for its 20th anniversary. So what do you think is in store here? Are we going to see a remaster of Duke Nukem 1, or are we going to see like a Duke Nukem collection?
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Game?
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to charge you $60. It's going to get a 4, and you're going to trade it in. You're going to get 12.
Although I think it would be an excellent, like, full budget production game if they actually did it. Doom style, like, yeah.
We can dream.
It's those adult titles that we're looking for that they're never going to make.
When are they going to make a new Leisure Suit Larry?
That's an excellent question. You don't see games like that anymore.
Nope. Can't.
And if those of you guys that don't know what Leisure Suit Larry is, Leisure Suit Larry is a story about this guy named Larry. And he's looking for love in all the wrong places. This game is mega old. It dates back to, I want to say, like the DOS days. of gaming, like in the early
Yeah.
90s, 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it's way early.
And it had its most recent iteration, I believe it was on PS2 or Xbox, was the last time it ever came out with a game. Larry's horny, and he's trying to score, and that's what you're doing.
And he will
Trying
play
to get
any
laid.
game necessary to get what he wants.
Any game. And the little mini games in there were great because, like, in the last one, there was like a drinking game, and then they had like these little sperms going around, and you'd have to get it to get drinks and not land on the hearts, so you don't fall in love with the chick. 'Cause you're trying to Oh shit,
So true.
that is funny. Oscar, what do you think is gonna happen?
With Leisure Suit Larry.
No, with Duke Nukem.
Well, I threw him way off with that one.
Well, you guys kind of went off on that tangent. I mean, I don't know, man. I honestly, my personal opinion on all of these nostalgic games that they could remake and they could be really good or whatever. How many games do you see a year, or how much content do you see that's actually good anymore? I mean, I feel like my problem is that I get stuck on one game that I think is really good because there's just nothing else out there worth playing, worth spending money on, worth even trying to explore. You know, and so if it doesn't come out on Steam for $11 or $3 or whatever a year later, I'm not even gonna give it the fucking time of day anymore.
Or other nefarious places you could find keys from.
Sure.
He just can't. He can't help himself, and I can't blame him. It's so good. It is so good. It's scary. It's scary good.
It's lawyer.
Oh. Can't hear you. You just got muted out of nowhere or something.
I didn't
that
do it.
wasn't me.
I said it. I said it was lawyer good.
Oh, super, super good. So, speaking about something that's supposed to be super good, Nintendo is sitting here going on the hype train saying that the NX is going to be something completely different, that Nintendo has learned from its past mistakes. Do you think that they really have?
Nope.
No.
Why?
Because they say that every time?
They're Japanese.
No, I just don't see it.
Man, I'm telling you, when they try to sell you a surfboard,
Back to cartridge and left optical? Because they're going back to cartridge in this one. That's already been confirmed.
so wait a minute.
Are the
Does
cartridges
that mean-
solid state drives?
No, like the old, you had to whistle them and then shake them in the Nintendo and then hit the power button.
Yeah, so they're going
Yeah,
back
it's
to
going to
the
be
cheese games.
Well, hey, think about it this way though. There's not going to be any loading time, but the sound is going to be like 1996, I would imagine.
What? Yeah, no, I'm not down.
I don't know how they're going to do it. Those cartridges better be like the best cartridge ever made. I don't know how it's going to work.
I feel like they need to choose a direction and commit to it and die. You know, like or die. They need to actually create a system that can compete with the systems today, or they need to focus on the games that they're good at that don't need the same system requirements. You know, I mean, I loved playing on the Wii U and the Wii and everything else, all the Mario Party and all that shit. I used to have my friends come over and we would just get chocolate wasted and play Mario Party or Mario Kart or whatever other games all night. You know, recently, even as an adult, you know, like. And I think that's what they should focus on is those franchise games that they have that are really only on their consoles.
You know what?
Incredible.
I think they should focus on something that's a new concept these days. It's called third-party support.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
It's something that, they've been working on since 1996, I think. And
what Nintendo needs to do.
if they have a progress bar and it's supposed to be here when it's full, and 1996 is here, this is where they've come.
I would have to agree. This is how Nintendo bounces back. Nintendo needs to get back to the way that they used to make games. Not just make games to appeal or quote-unquote say that we make a gaming experience that everybody can enjoy. You can still do that, but you have to also make and allow games to be made that are just for teenagers, just for mature adults, just for this particular group. I mean, granted, all of their games that are catered to everyone, like the party games, the Marios and Zeldas, everybody wants to play that, and they're all great and they're fun. You can enjoy that as a family. But at the same time, as gamers, gamers are individuals. Sometimes we don't want to be part of a group or a party. Sometimes we want to be out and do adventures on our own beyond Zelda, something more mature. And by them allowing to do that, by them going into that direction, and by them putting some beef in this thing and do actual HD, like the next one you should be doing 4K or 4K upscale or something to that level rather than staying where you guys have been at because you're afraid to go graphically. There have been Mario games and things that have been shown on the Unreal Engine 4 that look gorgeous.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that you need to go one step forward, the current platforms, instead of 2 steps behind. Or you need to commit to what you're doing right now and get your product out there cheaper as just that. Don't try to branch out and do any other crazy shit because you're just going to die. That's
yeah, and just a heads up, too, making something that's more adult-themed when it comes to that. That doesn't mean you just slap the Mario name attached to it, because there's Leisure Suit Mario will never work.
No. But you want to be able to do mature games to let these third-party developers that make mature games put it on your console. You haven't. When's the last time you saw an Assassin's Creed on Wii? When's the last
They
time
don't do it because they probably can't even handle the requirements.
When's the last time you saw a Ghost Recon on a Nintendo game? When's the last time you see a Titanfall on a Nintendo game? A lot of these developers are skipping the platform because they're not putting any kind of beef inside of the system to push it. At the same time, they're limiting themselves by not allowing an online community. Like, they're afraid to take that step to do full-blown online. Like, they have online now, but you can't even have a simple chat like you and I are having right now. So
but they have Mii's, Julio.
But really, what does that do? What does that do? It does nothing.
I have no clue.
That was exactly what I was getting at.
I have no clue whatsoever.
Fucking ridiculous.
Like,
but there's a whole
it's kind of scary,
Mii universe where you can like walk around and see other Mii's out there, and
yeah,
they have the little
fake
who you
are and try to contact little children.
Yes, I know. It's totally.
Yes, Sony PlayStation did that before too with the PlayStation Home or whatever it was, the galaxies where you had your own little avatar working around. They recently shut down the servers for that. I think it was like last year or earlier this year. But that's the thing that Nintendo is staying too kiddie, and they're afraid to take the next step because they think it's going to tarnish the brand. You could still be Nintendo like you guys were old school back in the 80s and early 90s, where you can make all of these wide variety of titles, because even though it's pixelated, Ninja Gaiden and regular NES would be considered a mature title game. And look at that. That was great.
So I guess the best way to, in simple, say what you just said is that they should go with Nintendo, the original gaming company or whatever, instead of Nintendo, the children's gaming company.
Correct, yeah. It's a damn shame.
You can dream.
That they do it.
You can dream, but how old are you now, and how long have you been waiting already?
Yeah.
You gotta keep the faith, man. You gotta keep the faith. Talking about trying to keep the faith.
No, I just let the ship sink and find a new ship to go on.
You gotta keep the faith, man. Just like how I'm trying to keep the faith on this game. The last few iterations on this game have been absolutely horrific, and I'm talking about Resident Evil. I mean, I don't care what you guys say. Resident Evil 5, 6, the Umbrella Corp, all of the little spin-offs, all of them have been complete garbage. Resident Evil is supposed to be a survival horror game, not an action game. Resident Evil 7, have you guys seen anything on this yet?
No, this would be the first time if you're gonna do something.
So with Resident Evil 7, there's been some leaked information about it. They're definitely taking it back old school. The demo that was shown at E3 isn't even going to be remotely close to what it is. It's going to be a completely different experience, but the vibe is still there. It's taking place in an old school mansion house, and it looks pretty creepy. It's supposed to come out January 24th, and the thing about it, that there was something leaked today about the description of the game, and apparently none of the old school characters are showing up. There's no Leon, Christine, Jill, Alex. None of those guys are coming. They're going.
Hey,
with
wait! I've already heard this. It's called Metal Gear Survival, right?
No. That they're trying real hard. That's a stretch there. I don't see that having any wheels at all. Konami is desperate trying to do that.
They
bullshit.
should merge with Capcom. Make Evil Corp.
Capcom really needs to come out with a brand new Mega Man game, in my opinion.
Oh man, that'd be legit.
I'll be dead before that happens.
And what sucks is that the spiritual successor, Mighty Number 9, was horrible. And the thing about it is that going back to Resident Evil 7, it was horrible, or not that Resident Evil 7 was horrible, but the thing that Resident Evil 7 is trying to go back old school, because the last two ones were horrible. I mean, here, I'm going to try to put this up here, and hopefully it isn't super choppy. And you guys can tell me what you think about it, because you said that you haven't seen it yet. So this is brought to you by Resident Evil. And we're going to pop it off.
It's already choppy.
I can't even see it. Yeah.
Alright, just play it. This is awesome. It's like watching an old, 1990s CGI cutscene.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
Uh-oh. Well, it looks good, but that's not gameplay.
What if it is gameplay? The systems could push this.
It's on the PC.
If it's on PC, oh yeah, this is, oh yeah. What do you guys think about it possibly taking a first-person feel, first-person vibe here?
That might tense things up a little bit more the way it should be.
I'm not a huge fan of this genre of games, so
Really, you don't like survival horror? I think it's fantastic.
nah.
This would be balls awesome in VR.
You know, I really
Yeah, if you want to
enjoy
pee your pants.
like the puzzle aspect of the original Resident Evil games. But that was about it.
Hey, the only way they make that in VR is if you have to buy the $30 bloody baseball bat with the light bulb on the end of it, and you got to swing it in your living room. I can just see so many people getting wrecked by swinging a bat in their house, not seeing it coming.
Yeah. It happened. It happened. It happened almost one time when I was demoing the Oculus. I was sitting here coming around. I was playing this this creepy game, and I got freaked out and jumped up, and I almost hit the wall. They're like, "Oh, be careful!" And I was like, "Oh, damn!" Because the way that the grid is set up, you don't see it right away unless you get close. Like, this is creepy as shit. Like this in VR, somebody's having a heart attack at this point.
Wasn't that you that posted that video of Mexican mom freaks out in horror VR?
Nice.
Yeah, I think I did. Lost
Dude,
your mind.
That lady, she was like crossing herself and everything, man. That shit was funny.
Yeah. Now, I think if this Res 7 is in first person like this, I think it's taking a risk. At the same time, the only way that this would work is that you gave players the option to go in third person. If the game was completely in first person, everybody's going to bash the shit out of it and be like, oh my god, Resident Evil shouldn't be first person. Oh, whoa! You see that?
Well, I mean, they did the video right, I guess, but if you go through the thing with a minigun and you're sprinting the whole time, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't think it doesn't feel like that though. Nowhere in there was there any
Hey
kind
man, we all
of
thought
feeling.
5 was going to be that as well, and look what that turned out to be.
Come on the cover of 5, you have what's his face with his pistol came out, and that little Indian chick with her crossbow or whatever the fuck she had, her bow knife.
Whatever.
You knew that was going to be an action game.
I don't care. The only real co-op was who could hold a flashlight in the cave and help somebody out.
Resident Evil game is going to be great. I think it's fantastic that they're trying to take the risk if it does go first person like that, but you have to give the players the option to go into third person or else it's going to fail. Everybody is going to be way too critical about that. The gaming community is too sensitive right now, and any little thing can make or break it.
Hey man, if they're gonna go survival horror, you got to do it all the way, all the way. I can't say it.
I agree. You can't go halfway. You can't go half-cocked. You got to go full-blown.
All I know is there better be a dog that comes through the damn window within the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, you were saying, Oscar?
I was just going to say, several times just in this conversation, and I know it's come up in probably all 3 of our chats so far, but we keep saying, well, if the developer listens, or the gaming community is so touchy right now, everybody's on edge, it's going to fail if it's not perfect. Are they listening at all? Really, are game developers listening to gamers at all?
Oh, some of them definitely are. You can tell the ones that do. I mean, I can name a certain alpha right now that they're definitely listening to the community.
They're listening in there. They really are. They are.
I mean, Alpha Test 8, Public Alpha 8. I mean, you don't. What do we get for Battlefield or EA? You get your beta, or if you're lucky, you get an alpha. That's it. You get 2 shots, and then the game's out. Doesn't matter if you can get underneath the map and shoot dudes in the dicks all day, and they can't do nothing about it. That game's coming out. That shit's coming out. But Fortnite,
we've got a bottom line.
we can't talk about Fortnite.
I need something else to play, man. And I got all these other games that I started already. Like, good games. Games. I've started them with great intentions, and they're sitting in progress. I thought about it today, and I said, man, I should play Far Cry 4 because, not 4, Primal, because it's the only one I haven't finished, and it's my favorite one so far. But I go, well, I can't build half this shit in that game.
I am a fan of the Far Cry games.
I am too.
And we can't talk about Fortnite.
You build up a town, you press the button, and then the house appears. It's like, bam, I hit the A button. There's a house there, man.
Oh my god.
In this other one right here, man, you gotta get the bolts, you gotta get the planks, and you build it in like 8 seconds. Like everything. The floor, the ceiling, the roof. I mean, doorways, holes, traps in the ceiling. You fucking name it. 37 seconds, done. You're dead. Come through the door, bitch.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up. Can't fucking talk about it. But it's scary good. Everything about it, it's all true. It's so good.
I really need something else to try. I do at this point. I need something else to try.
The did they finally one up Sony? We already know that the Xbox Slim, Xbox One S, gives you upscaled 4K, but the PS4 Slim apparently is not going to give it to you. You will have zero 4K UHD Blu-ray HDR support.
You know
It
what I
is
heard
not
too?
there.
You know what I heard too is they're doing like sports themed consoles these days, and that's great for me because I'm a Raider fan. So my consoles should be like $58, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, that was funny.
If you're a Patriots fan, that's like $1,500 easy. I mean, sorry.
Oh man.
Snubs.
This is what it is. Sony is discontinuing original PS4 models. Will only sell the PS4 Slim after the original models run out. It will support old school PS4 controllers. It's thinner. It's possibly going to be in the 280 range to 250 range is what they're saying. Though you'll still have hardware swap out capability. It has reduced noise like everything is. But also, it does not have an optical out port. So they took that out in order to reduce the size.
What hardware?
But the most important thing
Now-
I think that Xbox One S gives you 4K support for Blu-ray, and you're not getting that with the PlayStation
Hey,
Slims.
but on a more important even front than that, they just rolled out two-factor authentication for Sony for the first time ever because it's a new thing. And I
Yeah.
advise everybody to do that because as soon as everybody signs up and gets their two-factor done, I'm sure somebody at Sony's going to say, try to break into our system because I know you can't do it. And that's when I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, I think it'll happen again. So are you predicting the next hack? The next Lizard Squad takeover?
No, I'm just waiting for Sony to say something like they're smart over this because I got a feeling somebody's gonna say something because now that they have this, they're gonna be like, oh, it's not
Is it
gonna
every
happen
time
again.
that you log on, or is it only one time?
I think it's any time you need to, not every time you need to make a purchase, but I'm sure if you're in a different location, not where you're normally at, and like you're signing online, like you can do it with your phone on Steam, you can log on to Steam from your phone anywhere, and you can use two-factor authentication there. So it makes you a little bit more secure. It doesn't get rid of the risk completely, but it makes it a hell of a lot less risky on your part. So. You haven't already done that, might be a good idea.
There's always a way.
So are you saying that this is a false safe cushion for PS4 owners after
I
the
don't
last?
think it's false. I think it's good practice. But the thing is, I feel like somebody over there is going to get a big head, and that's how it happens. Usually, people say that, hey, you can't do this to me. Like the LifeLock guy. I heard the story. I don't know if you guys heard the story. The guy, Mr. This is my social security number. Why would I do this if I wasn't secure? Yeah. They don't run that commercial no more for a good reason.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, so can we rewind back real quick? I know you probably don't want to talk too much about the PS4, but what hardware capable swapping can you do with that?
The hard drive.
Probably.
That's
I
it.
told you. Yeah, I was about to say hard drives probably.
Okay.
Change the
Yeah,
hard drive. It comes with the 1
So like
terabyte.
the 360 or whatever.
Yeah, you can easily swap it out. I mean, you can swap out the Xbox One too. You just
Can
need to
it take a PS1 16 block card?
No, I don't think so. No, that's obsolete technology now.
Hey
That
man,
I was into
emulation.
Xbox.
Don't hate on emulation. Don't hate on emulation.
Yes, emulation. I got into a big discussion with somebody about emulation earlier. Speaking of emulation, PS Now is now going to PC. The Master Race has all the PS3 exclusives. Well, I mean, they already have them,
on
but
what operating system?
it's supposed to. You can get it on Windows supposedly soon.
Hey
PlayStation
man,
Now-
pay the piper.
Sony is opening PlayStation Now to PC users. All of the PS3 games are going to be streamed on there. That's emulation. Somebody was trying to tell me that that's not emulation. I'm like, What, is somebody got a PS3 booted up there and they're streaming you the game? Like somebody's looking at your inputs to match what you're doing on the screen? No, it's being emulated.
Yep, I would have to agree, unless there's a download you're going to get magically or something like that. I don't know how they plan on doing that, but hey, it just depends on how much work they want to put in. Do they want to do all the work and have it on their servers and have it as a streaming service? They could do that, but that's also a lot more maintenance.
Well, and one of the problems with emulation too is that it locks you in that box. So
I like that box. I would live in that box.
It takes away the whole reason for PC Master Race.
Well, I mean,
is emulation wrong? Are you against emulation?
No. I'm actually working on a side project with a Apple Pi computer or whatever, or Raspberry Pi computer. Yeah, Raspberry Pi, where you can make a at-home arcade.
I have a buddy
with joysticks and all that.
Arcade cabinet. Yeah, he made an arcade cabinet. Yeah.
I've got all the stuff in a cart. I'm just waiting to pull the trigger and do it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about making one too. I'm totally about emulation. I think that emulation is good. I mean, if you're able to get a hold of the title, I think that you should also support the developer. Really, you shouldn't emulate unless you own the physical. I mean, I own a lot of physical games, so I do also emulate those games. But at the same time, sometimes you may not see a game ever because it's in Japan. You'll never get exposed to that unless you emulate. So that opens up doors for people to experience new games, new stuff that they can't get here in the US or Australia or whatever. Like Australia has one of the most strict laws for censorship, and there's a lot of games that never make it over there. So they're probably emulating crazy.
I would have to say so. I mean, they're crazy with the amount of digital entertainment they have over there, I think, compared to us. I feel like they have almost everything we have plus what they have. It's crazy. Yes, look at your phone.
No, I'm looking at the comments. People are viewing and commenting on the show, but I don't know what they were commenting on. I wasn't really paying attention over there until just now. But
you should feature the comments, man. You should respond to them live.
Will the Nintendo NX fail? Let's get going here. Cracking bullet points. Will the Nintendo NX fail?
I will say moderately enough.
Well, I mean, I guess if their current level of sales is failure, then yes.
Okay, so they'll still be in third place, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a given.
They still have their niche market. Will they break out of whatever box they're in now with it? Probably not.
Well, did you know what's going to come with it, right? It's a helmet, and it's got a tablet about 3 inches from your face, like this.
No,
I'm kidding.
I've played
I'm
VR.
kidding.
It's nothing like that at all. It's totally different, but that sounds kind of like how the PlayStation is. Does Xbox One S have a one-up because it's 4K and over?
If it's the only console that's doing 4K, then it's the only console worth having.
Oh, man, XO, do you think this is going to turn the tides in the war before the Neo comes out? The Neo is being revealed next month on the 7th. Do you think the Neo is the second coming? Will they be able to match Scorpio on the 6 teraflops of power? I guess not. All of those tears, those salty tears, right now, Xbox is drinking them. 4K Xbox One S. The Nero is not Blu-ray 4K compatible.
I don't care what either one of them is. It's not a PC.
That song right there means it's the end of the show, people! We made it to the end of the show! Any final thoughts, guys?
I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. It looks like he's got a lot more sunlight left. I'm kind of jealous of that.
Here, let me open the blinds all the way.
He's gonna
in
have an
Hawaii.
adventure.
That's why.
He's
I
going
got-
on another adventure. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna tell us all about his adventures next time.
I'm about to go to the bar. That's what I'm about to do. But
Yeah,
It's all right.
I've been going to the bar, drinking that bourbon. Guys, make sure you guys tune in next week for the Unfiltered Podcast number 4. We're going to go over this week's gaming news. Well, we already went over this week's gaming news, but we'll go over it next week. Same time, same channel. Are you guys done? Anything else?
No, I'm ready
just got
for
me
another
looking
beer.
at this Nero thing, whatever that shit is.
Everybody's good. People, that's it from us.
That's it.
My name is
Waiting on it.
Cujo. Be sure to check us out online, facebook.com/groups/scum.nation, realgamemedia.com, bringing you the news first. My name is Cujo, PTFO or GTFO. We're out.